you've been seeing them progressively get more and more on screen, and then since really 2000, there's just been a huge explosion as far as movies going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, particularly in the early 2000s, you see like a lot of Marvel titles like the Fantastic Four and the Punisher and Daredevil just coming out in the wake of the success of like X-Men and Spider-Man. And most of them are terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
they're awful. They're just trying to make money. Ghost Rider.
How about Iron Man?
Iron Man was great. In fact, Iron Man is the first... oh, man, we're getting really nerdy here. All right. And this can be a total B-side, whatever. So, the first superhero movies, like big ones, were Superman franchise, starting in the 70s. DC titles. I don't think that DC was called DC. It was the same publisher, but it had a different name when the black and white Superman cartoons were coming out and stuff like that. Or TV shows and the cartoons are coming out. And then the Batman series started in the late 89, 90. And so, for the most part, as far as major film, DC is running the gamut. Okay. You know, like there have been... Spider-Man cartoons since the 60s, and they tried to do a live-action thing, and they did a couple of Flash, that's DC, never mind. A couple of things, like mostly animated is where Marvel saw a lot of success in the 90s, and since its birth in the 60s to the 2000s, then the X-Men movie came out, and that was the first live-action movie feature that really exploded with success for Marvel, and so from there you see a whole bunch coming out, and they, like I said, they were all crappy. You know, and then so Spider-Man and X-Men were still the only ones that were really good, and then they did sequels, which were even better than the originals, I think. And then they both have another trend, is in the third movie is just complete garbage. Okay. And so they stopped making movies then, and then like in 2007, Disney bought Marvel. And so with that kind of stable umbrella, Iron Man was the first movie to come out under the Disney umbrella, and so they had this huge idea to build the Avengers and to do the comic books or the movies the way they would have wanted to do to make comic book fans happy and just the casual moviegoer happy. And so now the roles have completely reversed is what they used to be, 10 years ago. So now the Marvel movies are the really good movies, and the DC movies outside of the Dark Knight trilogy are just kind of not so good.
I think too what's interesting about that is these are the only two comic books and graphic novels I've ever read. So
Astro City and Watchmen.
But it's because of the success of these movies, I kind of know a lot of superheroes, and it's just part of my everyday life. Where I think comic books,
superheroes are part of your everyday life.
Everyday life in America. I don't know, but you know what? I mean?
It starts in the morning.
You're like Captain America.
Well, you won't go a day without seeing some guy wearing a superhero shirt.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
You just won't.
Like, do Ninja Turtles? Do they belong to like superheroes?
Yeah, actually, they started out as a comic book.
Really? Okay.
I didn't know that.
There are these two guys that in a basement. They were originally black and white, mostly because that's all you could photocopy.
Were the guys black and white, or was the comic black and white?
Oh, I'd probably assume that they were both
and with
black and white
the skin
together.
color black and white.
Yeah, they're both black and white together. They actually lived in an alternate reality of the I Love Lucy era. So they are literally black and white. I don't know about their ethnicity, but yeah, it was just that's what you could photocopy, and so they did it in their basement, and I forget, I want to say $400.
$400,
original issue or something. Man, that's probably completely wrong. Don't judge me if you know about it, but yeah. And then it was eventually picked up.
How many superheroes, comic book characters do you think you can name?
Man, 50 easy, spouting, and then I'd probably have to slow down and think. But I could probably get to around 100.
There are 100 superheroes.
Oh yeah, there's probably 100 superheroes within each publisher.
Here we go, Tim.
All right.
And how many can you name? How many superheroes and villains can you name?
Oh, and villains?
I mean super villains.
All right.
Super villains, does that exist?
Yeah.
Oh, super interesting.
Superman, Superwoman, Supergirl, Darkseid, Doomsday, Lex Luthor, Batman, Robin, Batgirl, Nightwing, Azrael, Bane, the Joker, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, the Penguin, Riddler, Animal Man, the Killer Moth, Clockman.
The killer.
Zebra Man, I think, was like a really dumb Batman character.
Zebra Man.
Yeah. Owlman. The comedian.
Dustin, can you name one?
Donatello.
Donatello, Raphael,
Yeah.
Leonardo, Michelangelo, April O'Neil, Casey Jones, Splinter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Krang, the Shredder, the Foot Soldiers,
The Hulk.
the Hulk, the Red Hulk,
That one.
the Abomination, Iron Man, War Machine, Iron Patriot, Whiplash.
Say Wolverine?
Well, yeah, I haven't even gotten into the X-Men yet. Don't even worry.
Yeah.
I wasn't finished with Batman before we started Zebra Man. Mad Hatter, Ra's al Ghul, Two-Face. Oh man, there are just so many. I'm trying to rack my brain here. I think I just said Mad Hatter. Clayface, Lobo, Aquaman, Aquawoman, Aqualad, Black Manta, Gorilla Grog, The Flash, Captain Cold, Mr. Freeze, Cheetah, Poison Ivy.
Cheetos with the chips, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Copperhead, Solomon Grundy, Deathstrike.
Yeah, I don't even know. I have no idea.
I'm not
who
done.
those are.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Literally like 10, 15 of those I know or I've heard of.
Plastic Man, Swamp Thing.
Is he like doing recycling Plastic Man? Or
No, he's like
Aquaman.
plastic. He turns into plastic Aquaman.
Oh, did you?
Plastic Man, he's like made of plastic. I forget. I don't know his origin story.
okay. Awesome, man. That's cool.
I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, my friend. Superhero, like that's it. You know. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Close up.
Bite Man!
My arch nemesis. Ah!
How long have you been sitting there waiting?
Curse you!
Doing, shut up.
I'm sitting there for like 10 minutes.
I can hear you behind me a little bit. I was just like, what's Dustin going to do?
Don't you know
I didn't want to screw up anything important.
Well, you, Bike Man, are the arch nemesis of my superhero alter ego, incredibly long-winded and beating the point to death man.
Oh, that's awesome.